Sup? This is Gregatron. I want to talk to y'all about something pitiful today. Pitiful is the word. Man. Alright, so, as you guys probably know, Toys R Us became bankrupt maybe a little over a year ago. I seen the news article on Yahoo. I don't know if I talked about it on YouTube. I don't think I did. But as soon as that happened, I hollered at my mom. I was like, Mom, Toys R Us is going out of business. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, did you see the news? They're bankrupt. I was tripping. I think I was like the only person tripping when they said they were going bankrupt. This is what she and a bunch of other people said. Oh, Greg, they're just bankrupt. That doesn't mean they're going out of business. That doesn't mean anything. That just means they're kind of like on The Office when Steve Carell said, I am bankrupt. Michael, just because you say you're bankrupt, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, I declare that I'm bankrupt. They're basically saying, oh, that doesn't mean anything. That just means, you know, they got to get their money in order. It's a business. This happens all the time in businesses. That's what they say. That happens all the time in big businesses. Really? When have you ever known Toys R Us to be bankrupt? Or maybe this is happening just now because nobody buys toys anymore. Did you ever think about that? So I called it. I said they're going out of business. I told my brothers this, my coworkers, my friends who have kids, my friends who are kids, younger friends. Some people, it was a big deal. Oh, what? A lot of people didn't care. And the fact that they didn't care, that's why they collapsed. I think the article said, was it 1 out of every 3 in America was going bankrupt or going out of business? When it comes to a big company like that, I think that's one and the same. Going out of business and bankrupt are like cousins to each other. So when you hear something's bankrupt like that, think about this. Just because you're bankrupt doesn't necessarily mean you're going out of business. But it made perfect sense that they did because, like I said, who has all the money? The parents got the money. Why do the parents have all the money? Well, because the parents have jobs. The parents work. And instead of giving back to the suppliers or the community to progress for the money flow for these toys, we're just going to get Johnny a tablet. We're just going to get him a PlayStation 6. Oh, we're just going to get him that new Nintendo. Oh, we're just going to get him a smartphone. I saw the saddest thing. I was at the barbershop last week. There was a lady and her son waiting on my barber. I was getting my hair cut right then. The lady was actually pretty. She's pretty good looking. Her son was sitting right next to her. Tell me why they were both sitting on the phone. Not her phone. He had his own little phone. And the kid was like 8. What 8-year-olds have phones now? All of them. What 6-year-olds have phones today? All of them. You know, the NBA playoffs were a few weeks ago. I was at my homie's house, and one of my other homies was over there. His daughter was with us, and she's on a phone. And I said to him, I'm like, man, how come every time I see the baby, she's on the phone? She likes the game, man. She likes the game. This is why Toys R Us is dead. Goodbye. Peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Goodbye, Toys R Us. I'm going to miss you. I don't know if anybody else will. I mean, Toys R Us was a big part of my childhood. I mean, our dad, when we were kids, our dad had a pretty good job. And he used to take us there like 2 or 3 times a month. And we just had so many toys, man. It's not just Toys R Us, man. KB Toys, they went out of business like 15 years ago. We lost KB Toys. Now we're losing Toys R Us. There's other toy stores throughout. Oh, Chicago's got one. I forgot what they're called. They still got one, but it just breaks my heart, man. Toys R Us, like, come on. And Babies R Us and kids. See, I thought they could have just combined. Well, let's see. They did have a Toys R Us in my city. Then they had a Kids R Us, but then they dropped Kids R Us and made Babies R Us. So I was like, okay. I thought they were going to just drop Babies and put all the money into toys. But no. Both parties, well, it's the same. The same people own them. Kids, Babies, and Toys. I thought they were going to put all the money into just one of them. That way they could save at least one of them. They didn't have a chance, man. All these parents, they're buying all these tablets, these smartphones, and it's killing the toys. And it's not just that, but Amazon, eBay. You know, I collect toys, Marvel Select figures, DC collectibles, and I do get some figures off of eBay. But I'm grown, so, like, that doesn't even count. Like, they don't sell Marvel Select figures at Toys R Us. They only sell those at comic book stores. So that, stuff like that, I'll let that slide. If you collect stuff, if you're a collector, I'm talking about kids, though, man. Kids. I made a video about this years ago. It said, tablets over toys. Or tablets replacing toys. Something like that. It's pitiful, man. You know, my niece is 3, and she's one of the coolest kids I've ever met in my whole life. And she actually has the concept down for toys, you know. She knows what a phone is, but we make sure she's not on the phone all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have hundreds of toys just in this house. We keep toys in every room on purpose because we never know when she's going to drop by. You know what I'm saying? When she comes over, we have her put the toys up when she's done with them, but we keep the toy bin out somewhere in the room where it's visible, because she'll just drop by like that, and oh, there's toys in that room. Oh, there's toys in that room. But there's kids now, they don't even know what toys are. Like, what's a toy? What's Toy Story? Who's Buzz Lightyear? You know, who's He-Man? Who are the Power Rangers? That's another thing, man. I think toys are also going out of business. I'm starting to rant now. Bear with me. You're going to love this. I think toys are also going out of business because the cartoons are... I was about to use some profanity. I'm going to try and keep it clean for y'all. There might be some little kids watching this that need to hear this. But, yeah, the cartoons suck. They're horrible, man. Like, they ain't got none of this. They ain't got none of that. You know, our toys were so great in the 90s was because our TV shows were so heavy. Not only did we have Transformers in the 80s, which was before I was born, but we had Beast Wars, we had Beast Machines, we had people like the Thundercats, we had He-Man, Power Rangers, Batman, Superman, later on Batman Beyond, Justice League, Spider-Man, Dr. Octopus, Venom, Green Goblin. We had Street Sharks, Mighty Ducks, Extreme Dinosaurs, Gargoyles, Captain Planet. I mean, Beetleborgs. Did I say Beetleborgs? Like, we had, and then, of course, the Nicktoons, those guys. It was Mystic Knights. It was endless. Just, the list goes on, man. We had, like I said, Justice League Unlimited. I don't think Young Justice made toys. That came out later. But, man, like, if you have any good shows from your childhood, put them in the comments, because that's actually a whole different video. But I do think part of that is to blame, because why would companies make toys for TV shows that are horrible? You know what I'm saying? Like Teen Titans Go and stuff. Why would they make... We had Dragon Ball Z. You know how many toys, you know how many games Dragon Ball Z made strictly from the toys? Not just the TV show, not just the DVDs, not just the VHS tapes. I'm talking about the toys. Dragon Ball Z made some good money from them toys, man. But, you know, they ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? That it's horrible. So, I blame the parents for not spending money. It looks like I punched somebody. I went swimming earlier. I was from the deep end, then I went back to the regular end, and I scratched my hand on the floor. I didn't punch anybody, though. I should, because I'm mad, because Toys R Us is out of business. I'm just playing. I blame the parents for not buying toys and participating anymore. And I kind of blame the cartoon industry for making horrible cartoons. It's not the cartoon industry, it's the writers. These writers aren't coming up with anything good, man. So like I said, R.I.P. Toys R Us, man. I'm going to miss Toys R Us. You know, that place was like... When I was a little kid, that place was heaven to me. When I was a little kid, I always thought, oh man, this heaven might be like this whenever I die. If I die and go to heaven, heaven might look like Toys R Us. Godzilla. We had Godzillas, man. Snakes. You know, all these bugs. We had all kinds of stuff, man. Dinosaurs. Toy soldiers. The small soldiers that used to lie down. Some of them stood up, some of them crouched. We had toys from the movie Toy Story. Toy Story, a movie about toys, which was totally made up. They had toys in the store, so we could buy the same toys that we watched on a Pixar movie. Hercules. All them Disney movies had good toys, man. Disney movies. Cartoon Network. Nickelodeon. What's that? Disney. I said Disney. Hell, Static Shock. I mean, the list goes on. Like I said, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I can't get over this, man. So let's think 20 years from now, no one's gonna know what toys even are. And it's sad, man. It really breaks my heart. So I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick. Just get it off my chest. I want you to put in the comments, what was your favorite toy growing up? Who were your favorite characters? Did you like Beast Wars better? Did you like Transformers better? Did you like Gargoyles or did you like Batman? You know, did you like Captain Planet or did you like He-Man? Did you like Thundercats or did you like, you know, who'd you like? I want to know who you liked, and I want to know what your favorite toy was. Mine, I don't know, I kind of liked Venom, and I liked the Power Rangers. There were so many. Just Batman all by himself. Oh, this video's going to be long. Batman all by himself had hundreds of costumes in those toys. They had hundreds of Batman costumes that were never even in the animated series or the comic books. Just Batman all by himself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is a 14-minute video. I'm sorry. I'm going to end this video. As you can see, I'm a little upset. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.